Do you consider yourself a high performer? Or are you paid like a high or a low performer? Here to help us turn your passion and efforts into revenue-generating ideas, please welcome Donna Bellinger.
Come on, I want to hear it. I left a perfectly good man at home in bed today. Come on. How you doing? How you doing? Actually, I lied. He's at a comic book convention in Detroit promoting his book. So, how is everybody this morning?
Great.
Okay, I come from a culture where we do a lot of call and response. I feed off of your energy. How many of you are speakers? Okay, do you feed off of the energy?
Yeah.
Does the crowd feed you? Well, I'm starving right now.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna see what we can't do to change that. That's right, go Donna, go Donna. Yeah, there we go, there we go. All right, great. So what we're going to talk about is turning your passion and your energy into revenue generating outcomes. You've got the little booklet, you know who I am. I am Donna Bellinger, the Business Revenue Accelerator. Now I do a whole lot of different things, but I use those things to help me to do what I love to do best, which is help other people to make money. And the reason I love doing that is because I made a lot of money for a lot of ungrateful people when I was in corporate. Anybody relate to that? Yes. All right, well now see, we get a chance to make this up as we go along, yeah? This is our business, there's no right or wrong. Yes? Yes. All right then, I like that, I like that. So, who am I and why should you listen to me? I'm not going to give you a whole bunch of backstory, but I will tell you a few simple facts. I am an author. I am a keynote speaker. I am a business development consultant. And my specialty, my first book, was You Lost Me at Hello. Actionable Principles That Move You Beyond Networking. And I wrote that book out of a conversation and out of frustration, because I was actually getting paid by corporations to go out and work rooms for them. Who knew? There's no limit to the things that people will pay you to do when you make yourself available. Things you can actually talk about. So my book has been in Essence Magazine. I've been quoted in the Huffington Post, NBC5. I had that little stint on You and Me This Morning. I've done a bunch of different things, because I have a style and I have a message that is very blunt, very straightforward. People look at me going, yeah, that's Donna, yeah, thank you, Barry. And so it's I'm a walking reality check. At my age, I can do that. So here's the question: why choose you? Because this whole conference is about you, okay, and what we can do to help to move you forward. So here's the question: when you get ready to go out and meet people and you're telling them about what you do, why choose you? There are tens of thousands of people who do what you do, yeah? We don't like to admit it, but yeah. So the secret sauce is not what you do, but the way that you do it. Why choose you? Now there are a couple of things that we have to do in order to help you to zero in on the 3 ways that you are going to grow your business and your brand. So this is where it's going to get fun. Who brought business cards? Grab them. Get up out of your chair. Stand, stand, stand. Come on, you all are taking up my time here. Come on. They only give me, because Matthew and Jeff are going to be giving me stink eye if I run over. Okay, you got your cards? Okay, I want you to have 10 cards. Make sure you got 10 cards. Ready? Okay, great. I'm going to count down 60 seconds. And in that time, I want you to cover the other side of the room. I want you to exchange cards with 10 people. Ready? Yeah, really, I'm so serious. Ready? Ready? Okay, go. Come on, 60. 59. Heard us right there. 57. 56. 55. 54. 53. 52. 51. 50. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, move it, 14, 13, 12, come on people, 11, 10, 9, 8, find your seats, 7, 6, get to your chair, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ding, 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 stop. Come on, get to your seats. I didn't say sit down, I said get to your seats. Okay, how did it work for you? Yes? Okay, so did you do the obligatory, I wanted to get this out of the way. That was the obligatory business card exchange. You know that speed dialing that a lot of you call networking? Okay, well now it's out of the way. Give yourself a hand. Come on. Woo! We got that part of it over with. Excuse me? Thank you very much. Feed me, feed me. Can't you tell I like to eat regularly? Feed me. Okay, great. Now you may sit. There was a purpose to that, and it wasn't just to get you up and moving around, although I can tell you needed it. But essentially, there are 3 ways for you to grow your business. 3 ways. And most of you don't concentrate on all 3 ways. So sad. Unfortunately, most business owners only concentrate on one of the ways to grow your business. And so what it looks like is you go out and you go to an event and you do what you all just did, speed dating with cardboard, and you come home and it's like, hey, I went to a networking event and I got 10 cards. So you all have 10 cards. Your job is done. Yeah? Not at all. So the 3 ways that you have to deal with are going to be, the one you usually pick is either the one that causes you the most pain. You know what I mean? Where does it hurt? I can't pay my bills this month. I don't know how I'm going to keep my lights on. This is due, that is due. Oh my God. Or the one that causes you the most pleasure. Oh, that was fun. I'm going to do that again. Bright, shiny object syndrome. Yeah, you know what that feels like too? So it's like, are you going to call a client or are you going to design a new flyer? Okay? Are you going to call a client or are you going to work on your next presentation? Nobody bought the last one, but you're working on the next one already. Okay? Or are you going to work on your presentation and when you leave, everybody gives you a standing ovation? And then there's nothing. There's nothing. So then what happens? You're going back into the thing that causes you the most pain. I went out and did 4 presentations, but I'm broke. I did 5 keynotes last month, but I'm broke. Because the speaking was what gave you joy. The first thing that you have to do in order to grow your business is you have to get more clients. It sounds simple. It's that simple. It's that complex. You have to get more clients. So how do you get more clients? Well, it's not who you know. It's who knows you. This is what I call the transition and journey of the hare. Because, yeah, I've been there. I do that. And so I've done a lot of different things. I show up in very unexpected places. Yes, I do TV shows. Yes, I get awards. I got so much stuff to dust on my shelf in my office. And then I also do a good bit of radio. But anytime I appear in anything, I know what my ask is. I know why I want to be there. I know what a desired outcome is by having been in that space. So when I walk in and I talk to people about what it is that I do, I'm also guiding them along a path. Elevator pitches. You all know what I'm talking about, don't you? Have you all attended those webinars and workshops where they tell you how to create the great introduction? And it's like, I help blank so that they can blank. Snooze alert. I did it in 2 colors. Snooze alert. Absolutely. What is that? That does not tell me why choose you. And I don't really care that you help, oh, I love these. I help heart-centered women to find their inner victor or something like that, so that they can live the life of their dreams. Okay, and I care about that why. My light bill is due. Okay? So, the fortune is actually in the follow-up. You just got 10 cards. The reason I had you get those 10 cards out of the way at the very beginning of the day is because now you have the rest of this event to grab those people, take them to the side, learn some more about them. Those of you who are super duper shy, now you have a point of contact with those individuals. Okay, you can go back and say, hey, I know we did that speed dating thing, but now I really want to learn something about you. All right? The fortune is in the follow-up. How many of you, well, you probably don't want to admit it, how many of you have a desk or a drawer that looks like that? I love you for being honest. Yay. Okay, great. Let me tell you something I shared with one of my clients the other day, and he thought it was like rocket science. So, Barry, I'm going to go ahead and share it again. He's got the biggest kick out of this. So, take one business card. I don't care if it's yours or somebody else's. Okay, here's the super trick. You're having a conversation with someone, and you're going to give them your introduction. And then when you're doing that introduction, they're going to say some things that are like absolutely boring, and you really don't care if you ever talk to that person again. You know those people? Okay, you're going to put it in your pocket. But you have a conversation with someone, and they tell you something that says, gee, I think I want to have another 5 or 10 minutes with that person. Take one corner of that card and bend it over a little bit, and straighten it back out. Okay? Feel that card. You feel that crease in that card? Isn't that great? All right, but then you have a conversation with someone. Maybe you're talking to Roe House. And Roe is going to tell you, there she is, yes. And she says, you know what, I have an event coming up, and I'm going to be speaking at this event, but I know that they're looking for about 3 or 4 more speakers, and maybe your topic would be good. We kind of need to connect. I want you to take that card and fold that card completely in half and straighten it back out. Right now, fold it in half, straighten it back out. Now take those 2 cards and put them in with the other 8 cards that you collected. And I'm willing to bet you that blindfolded, you know now who it is you need to call and who it is you need to follow up with like immediately, yeah? Okay, that's my gift to you for today. So as you go through those cards, those remaining cards that you have, that's what I want you to do. It's that simple and it's that complex. The fortune is in the follow-up. But the key to revenue acceleration is the sale. It's the sale. So in order for it to be the sale, guess what? You have to have a process. I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to show a part of what my process looks like, because most business owners don't know what their process is. It's like, I want to get gigs. I want to speak. Terrific. Why do you want to speak? Well, because I have a book, okay? Or because I have a program, okay? Terrific. That's one and done. Have you all heard that thing about you have to create a sales funnel? Everybody heard that? I dislike that term, because to me a sales funnel looks a lot like a digestive tract, and we all know what comes out of that. I prefer the cycle. And so this is a sneak peek of one of my sales cycles. So one of my sales cycles starts with speaking. Ta-da. Okay? And when I'm speaking, I may talk about a product. I may talk about a book if I'm in a room with $20 clients. Then I'm, and I know that that's pretty much all these people are going to spend. Okay, great, $20 clients, $20 book, great. Or I may talk about something else. I do introduction makeovers. I do consulting on a private basis. I can work with you in the way that you choose to be worked with. I have to figure that out. And if they say, okay, I'm going to buy the book, but I want to talk to you about working with me privately, or I want to talk to you about attending a workshop, terrific. Now we're in the follow-up. We're in the follow-up. So that's that little folded over corner person. And I know why I'm following up with them. That's the key. So there's a specific email that they get or a specific script that is used in that follow-up so that I stay on topic. Because although I value everybody's time, this is something else that most business owners don't know. I know exactly how much my time is worth. So I know exactly how much it costs me to make those phone calls. I know exactly how much it costs me to do those emails because I know what my billable time is worth based on my product creation. Then there's the intro section for those of you who are coaches and things like that. You know how we always do the strategy session? We're going to give you a complimentary strategy session. I've heard everything from 15 minutes to 90 minutes. It makes my hair stand on end no matter how well it's sewed in. And it's just like, you can't do that. You can't do that. You need to know why you're going to spend that time with that individual. My typical introduction is 15 minutes because I've been in sales and in management and training sales teams for over 40 years. There, I said it. Over 40 years. So it doesn't take me all day to say anything. And I guarantee you, if you give me 15 minutes of your time, I will help you to find some money. Barry, will I help you find some money? I will help. Ro, will I help you to find some money? There it is. Then you decide how it is you want to work with them, private or group, or whatever it is you're selling. But you decide where you will best be able to serve them, and you communicate it. And then you're going to under-promise and over-deliver. Okay? Yes? Ooh. Ooh. Come on. Ooh. What a novel concept. You're going to under-promise and over-deliver. And they're joyful. Oh my God, you made such a difference. How wonderful is that? Terrific. So what are they going to do? They're going to tell somebody. And what are you going to get? You're going to get the referral. And what does the referral do? It takes the first 2 or 3 steps out of your sales cycle because they already know why they're calling you. And they already know what you do. And they feel they have a point of contact with you, and they didn't cost you anything. So you didn't have to spend time networking, things like that. I have a gift for you. If you go to donnasmithbellinger.com/time, T-I-M-E, donnasmithbellinger.com/time, there is a time value calculator. And with that time value calculator, you'll be able to go in and figure out how much your time is worth. Now, it's already populated for someone who wants to make $100,000, work 42 weeks out of the year, wants to work 4 days a week, wants to work 6 hours a day. That person's time is worth $198 per hour during those hours that they choose to be considered working. I had one client, when we did her time value calculator, it came out that her time was worth $300 and some an hour. She has big, audacious goals. And it changed her entire way of doing business. Because now, when she goes and she meets with people and she gives them maybe that hour or whatever of conversation, she'll be like, oh no, we really do need to get this deal done because I've already given you $300. I'm not giving you another $300 while we talk about things that we've already talked about. So, and you're only going to pay me, $3,000 or whatever, and now you're starting to reduce that because you're costing me money with the time I'm spending with you. She is a bear. So she went from doing what she was doing to she's now been on a reality show. She's writing for a bunch of major magazines. She's doing photography. She's got that from doing photography in Italy for their Bureau of Tourism. But she's like, oh no, I'm $300 and some an hour. Anything that I talk to anybody about has to be paying me all of that in a bag of chips. Okay? You need to know your value. so that you know how to spend your time. Is this helpful? Okay, does it make sense to you? Okay, great. Sales. Don't you hate it? Don't you hate it? Does it make you feel like you're begging? Does it make you feel sleazy? Does it make you feel like you're trying to twist somebody's arm? Do you feel like a peddler? Get over yourself. Absolutely not. Yeah, Coach Tawana's like, yeah, get over yourself. Miss, get over yourself, Coach. Get over yourself, because that's not what the issue is. You're giving them an opportunity to get extreme value in an area that they don't want to play in. That's what you do. And that thing that you do is going to help them get a step closer to the life that they've envisioned for themselves. Does that make sense? That's why you do what you do. And I don't care if what you are doing is showing them branding, if it's life coaching, if it's event management. If you're taking some of the monkeys off of that individual's back, you are helping them to create the life of their dreams. Because we all know that there are things that we do and there are things that we don't. And when you waste your time doing the things that you really don't, now you're costing yourself money, because you're not moving anywhere. You're just sitting there in the land of what I call settle. You're just making do. Every month you're asking yourself the same questions. Okay, so you got to get over this whole sales thing. And this is what I want you to do. Stop selling. Stop selling. You don't like to sell? Don't. Don't. Have a conversation. Have a conversation. Let it start with your introduction. So let me tell you a quick story about introductions. I said that I do introduction makeovers. So this is what it looks like. How many of you have been in networking groups where you've got an overabundance of two things? Realtors? Financial service people? Yeah, okay. And so after a while, God bless them, it's like, well, I do pretty much what he said he does, except I do it for this person. You heard that? And you just start to feel sorry for him, don't you? You know, I do realty as well, but I do it for this particular company. I did 2 introduction makeovers recently, one for a realtor, one for a financial services person. And this is what happened when I changed them. The realtor was a person who had been in business for a long time. She had a team, she had an office. She's telling me about the different things that she's done and the territories she works at and other things that have happened in her life. And I had already heard her elevator pitch. You know, hi, my name is Jane, I represent blah, blah, and I'm your realtor for this particular area. And I was like, that's not who you are. So here's who she is. Her name is Jane. She represents ABC Company. She is the go-to person for single-family luxury dwellings on the North Shore up into Evanston, and she's got the awards to prove it. Okay? That's what she does. Then I had another person. I'm in financial services. And when I go into an event, I'm talking to all of these people, and they're talking about, you know, they do the same thing pretty much that I do. And I don't know how to make myself sound different, and it's really hard for me to even get there because I've got these health challenges, and I've got this going on, and I'm not making any money, and why? Stop. Why? I said, because that's not who you are. Okay, so John, this is who you are. I am John Doe. I represent ABC Company, but who I am to you is your expert on all things that has to do with financial services for people with disabilities and their caregivers. Why? Because that's the life I lead, and that's the world that I travel in, and that is my specialization. Okay? Oh, feel free to reply. Okay, so that's what I mean when I say you just need to tweak it. You just need to tweak it. Now, if I have someone that I run into that says, I need to buy a $500,000 house on the North Shore, I got Jane for you. Don't even worry about it. Okay? If you got $500,000 and you're pre-approved, I got just the person for you. You know, oh, I have to take care of my grandma. She's now got dementia. She's got this, she's got that. She broke her hip. Oh my God, it's a pain. Okay, terrific. I got the guy who's going to help you with that financial planning. Or I have the attorney who's going to help you with getting those things done, being married. And you know, I know who to refer. And what does a referral do? It eliminates some of that sales process for you. So just be very clear so people can help you. You need to sell more to your existing clients. I excel at that. I excel at helping you to create additional streams of revenue. Whether it's new ways to package your programs, whether it's new ways to get your information out, I excel. So here's a quickie for you on that. Toothpaste. Anybody use toothpaste? Okay. Other than dental hygiene, what do you use it for? Fixing holes. Somebody said what? Cleaning silver? Really? Okay. I always get one new one. What else? Yes, that one I know. The skin thing? Yeah, absolutely. And then someone told me recently you can also use it to clean gym shoes. Okay, Miss Tawana, is that right? Works on Chucks? Okay, there it is. She's a Chuck queen. She knows. So here's what you got to do. Ask your clients how they use your services. Ask your clients what part of what you did impacted them the most. Ask, ask, ask. Because maybe your program is so general that you're leaving money on the table because there's some specific things. There's one particular point you could build a whole nother workshop around. You could build a whole nother product around. Sell more to your existing clients. And again, as I said, you're on target with the referrals. Totally on target with the referrals. Next, you want to collaborate. You want to collaborate. I don't have competitors. I have people that I collaborate with. I'm working with another sales coach right now, helping her to fill her program when she visits Chicago. Why? Because I know exactly who I work well with. And I know exactly who I do not work well with. We complement each other. So people that I have had difficulty with, I'm sending them to her. I'm still going to be their local go-to person, okay? Because I'm familiar with her methods, but she's going to help break the ice. This is fabulous. So you want to get on as many stages for other people as you possibly can. And, you know, we can show you how to work the collaborative deals. Relationships strengthen not only your value, but it helps you to strengthen your perception of your value to everyone else. You want to move from peddler to professional. Remember I said I'm not always looking for $20 clients? That's because I'm a professional. And so you want to make sure that you are covering everything that you need to so that people are leaning in and going, ooh, how can I work with you? How can I get some more of what you're talking about? And that's what you want to do. Having people seek you out because your value precedes you. They're walking, talking ambassadors for your business. A good referral system educates, motivates, measures, it builds feedback, and it gives back. It gives back. You have to give in order to receive. Can you pick that up? Is that working for you? You understand? You have to give. So I don't mind giving that 15-minute thing so I can help you to get some lift off, that's fine. Because even if I'm not a good fit for you, you're going to run and tell somebody, hey, do you know Donna Smith Bellinger really did something amazing for me in 15 minutes? Thank you very much. Okay? So you want to have those ambassadors. So this is what it looks like. Turning your passion and efforts into revenue-generating outcomes. Number one, you need to get more clients. You're going to do that by knowing your ask. You're going to do that by knowing your value and knowing your process. You're going to sell more to your existing clients. You're going to be accountable, knowing what you do and what you don't. Yeah? Okay? You're going to be, oh, you don't have to do all of that. If you want the slides, I'll give them to you. I don't care. You know, I'm very generous with stuff like that because you can use them, but you can't deliver them the way that I deliver them, so what do I care if you have them? Doesn't bother me at all. I don't drink that Kool-Aid. You need to build your team, okay, so that you have people to support you, so that a good business owner only does those things that he or she does best, and they outsource everything else. And quiet as it's kept, there is no problem that enough sales cannot cure. There's just no problem that it cannot cure. Because nothing builds your self-esteem like a check. Okay? Ain't nothing like getting paid. Think outside the box. Think about that toothpaste. Okay? All right. So it's not just for brushing teeth anymore. We came up with 5, 6 things that you can do with that. So what else can we do with what you do? I mean, the things that I do I do workshops? Yes. From the stage? Absolutely. Do I consult? Yes. Do I work with economic development groups? Indeed, I do. All right, private clients, group clients, and I write. Online, offline, what do you need? Okay, sell more to your existing clients and think outside the box. I always say, if they're not buying what you're selling, sell them what they're buying. Same stuff, different wrapper. And referrals. There's not much to be said about that. In order to get referrals, you got to give. In order to receive, under promise, over deliver. So, we're back on you. Give yourselves a hand for going through this so early in the morning, because I know it's work. Fabulous. Now, what stood out for you in this process? Yes?
Hourly rate is when I'm not directly working with the client. It's my time being spent in a way that is worth that. You know, am I going to sit on Facebook looking at cat videos for $300 an hour? Oh, no.
Amen. Okay, and now you're going to see, once you do that time value calculator, and you take that and you put it up there on your screen to remind yourself, it gets really easy. You know, it gets really easy. Because again, it's like what you do or what you don't. There's nothing that enough sales can't handle. So if you're going to work 4 hours a day, make your 4 hours a day, get your $300 an hour, then watch cats. You know, or go save cats. And that comes into communication. That's the communication. So, and I do things around that, but it's like this. You want to show them why they lose money every time they don't use you. What is it costing them not to have this problem done? Is it costing them in quality of life? Is it costing them in relationships? Is it costing them in lost business? Lost opportunities? Is it costing them in their health? You know, mental or physical? You know, what is it costing you not to take this action? And the other thing I want to say is, please don't beg people to work for you, with you. Don't beg people to hire you. If you prep them properly, they know exactly what you do. They understand the value of what you are bringing to them. And they understand that you know how much this is worth because you've got the case studies to show. Always have stories. Okay? So it's like, you know, if that doesn't work for you, okay, let me think. Who can I recommend you to that can help you at the price point that makes you more comfortable? I love doing that. And they're like, no, but I want you. Then we have to come to an agreement. Okay? We have to figure it out. We have to work it out. Who do you have to become to be able to work with me? All right? But you have to 100% own your value. And that will carry through not just in your business, but also in your personal life. Walk that walk. Just do that little thing. Okay? Anybody else? Talk to me. It's not going to get any better than this. Yes, Barry.
Not being a salesman, that's the point where I'm working through right now. That's my big problem. And the way you set it up, I'm starting to understand that it's not selling.
It's not selling, it's a conversation. It's simply a conversation. So what is the challenge for you right now? It's this, you know what? I had a client who had exactly that challenge, and together we were able to create this outcome. That's exactly the outcome that I need. Wonderful. Well, I'll tell you what that client had to do in order to get that. They had to engage me for this amount of time or this particular type of a package or however it is you're going to do it. And that was the investment that they were willing to make to achieve that outcome. So does it hurt bad enough for you to do that too? Or depending on who you're talking with, do you think they're any smarter than you are? I challenge people like that all the time. You know, I know them. Yeah, they're smarter than you. No, well, they did it. What are you waiting on? Let's do this. Let's do this. Anybody else? No? Okay.
I appreciate what you said about doing that with business cards. We always
Oh yeah, baggies of business cards.
You have to go back and write who you met, what the value was, but how much time am I wasting just putting they were at that meeting and I'm not even gonna follow up with something?
Right, you know, I mean, those would be people. I have a minute, I guess, because he hasn't waved the little magic wand at me. So here's something that you want to do. You want to have 2 or 3 standard responses that you send to people. One would be, it was such a pleasure to meet you at Engaging Speakers Boot Camp, and I'm glad we had a chance to exchange cards. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to really talk. I'd like to learn more about how I can support you. Okay? So perhaps we can Skype over coffee. I love Skype over coffee. For those of you who can do that and your business supports that, I submit to you that you can Skype over coffee with 3 people per hour instead of 1 coffee meeting that takes you 30 minutes to get to, 45 minutes to do, 30 minutes to get back home. At $300 an hour. Not so much. Not so much. When I travel, and some people who know me well know this because it's a joke, an open joke regarding Donna Smith Bellinger. If you see me put on heels, if you see me put on a skirt, if you see me come out into the burbs, there's a check in it. Because I live in Lincoln Park, right across the street from the zoo. There's 4 buses that go past my house. Cabs go past my house all the time. Lyft and Uber are my loves. So if I have to move really outside of my comfort zone and do some serious traveling, you're gonna pay me well, or you're gonna pay for my travel. But that's the agreement that we make. That's the agreement that we make. Why? Because I know my value. You know, sometimes I'll do it simply because you know what, I can use the break. I'll take the Metro, I'll come out, I'll get more work done on Metro than I do. And I don't drive. Driving just messes up my whole attitude, so I quit driving. What might change for you as a result of what I covered with you today? What might change for you? Who's going to make a commitment? Who's going to just bravely stand up right now and say, what are you going to change as a result of the information that you received today so far? Yes.
Know my value and stop giving away so much of my time.
Amen. All right, give her a hand. What else? Who else? Yes.
Instead of flying by the seat of my pants with my collaborators, I'm actually going to make a list of them and carry it with me to give to people. And that way I focus on who they are, and I'm not like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell them about this person. That's when I see my $300 an hour too.
Amen. There we go. Woo-hoo! I love everybody's decided they're worth $300 an hour. Did you hear that? Next time I'm going to say $500 an hour and see if everybody in the room goes, oh, my time is worth $500 an hour. Because there are people in this room who do charge $500 an hour. So, I want to leave this with you. This is my favorite saying. Information acquired but not acted upon is just a souvenir. That's why I don't give out handouts. I know a whole lot of people do handouts and worksheets, and sometimes when I do seminars and things, I may give you some tools. But if you're just going to scribble it and you're not going to implement it, no. I need you to act. Otherwise, this was just a nice little 40 minutes that you spent. You know, and some talking, oh, I went to this thing and I heard this Donna Smith Bellinger, and she's fun and funny. You know, and she was talking about, I don't know, something about growing your business. So that's why I was asking the question, what are you going to do? You can find me at DonnaSmithBellinger.com, on Facebook at AskDSB, on Twitter, my hashtag is AskDSB. And for those of you who are Engaging Speakers members, let me see you. All right, guess what? You can get an hour with me because I'm a mentor. Okay? So I want you to come and see me at my table, and let's see what we can't do so that I can support you. All right? My name is Donna Smith Bellinger. I am the Business Revenue Accelerator. I wish each and every one of you continued success.